Welcome to Veggielution's Youth Garden. We're going to share with you how to go about building and harvesting your worm bin. Worm bins are a nice way to start composting. You can have it in a small container. You can do a bigger bin if you have a big yard. But doing worms and also making it part of an activity for the family, it's really interesting. It's really revealing. You get to see the whole, have a little take on the soil food web and get to start understanding what is a decomposer, what is decay, what is decomposition, and as I tell the kids here, what it goes inside goes outside. So it's true, this is worm poop, but it's vegetables. So getting the yike factor also is a nice way. You will be surprised even of yourself. Then you're gonna start having extra pets that are really forgiving. So let's do it. One of the things that are great when you compost with worms is that you get to use a lot of the paper that comes into your household. So the newspaper is great. You have to cut strips. It doesn't really matter how thick they are. It's better if you can soak them in water prior to putting it. I think our system right now is so wet that I can put them directly there and they're gonna get soaked. But otherwise, all organisms need air, water, a substrate, and so you can just grab it, get the water off. Thank you. Shrink. I can never say this word. Just make it like if it's a sponge, and then try to separate the strands again. What you're doing, it's creating an environment where the worms are going to be comfortable, because they need to have moisture around them, not wetness. There are inserts that don't go into the compost bin. Anything that looks too shiny, too pretty, don't put it. Just concentrate into the newspapers. So I'll put them in here just so that you know how to do it at home. I like to do it the smallest strips possible myself, but it doesn't matter. So again, just a little wet. Make sure that it's not too much. And so there they go. And then you will start adding some of the food waste that you might have here at the farm. We have pretty large plants. Think of when you put together a compost bin, either with worms or just a regular compost bin, think about cooking. The smaller the pieces, the fastest it cooks. So same thing with composting. The smaller the pieces, the faster it's going to go decompose. So there we go. So all these I can use a shovel and chop it off. I'm gonna try to do it with my hand right now. So we keep on adding waste. You can put lint, you can put all cotton socks, all underpants, rags, and again, try to do it. You can put them in a layer at the bottom, or you can use them to cover. If they are in strips or smaller pieces, it's better for decomposition. So let's throw that. So we have some coffee grounds and filters that can go in our handy dandy compost bucket. And I really like adding something like the egg cartons, because it gives bulk, it gives some air pockets, so that if you get a little heavy-handed with your food waste, you can always have that to not kind of get all squished in the bottom. So we put it right over there, and then we can put another layer of our waste. Throw in. We take the ties off. This one's something that didn't get sold, and you know, you could still save some things from here probably. So this is overgrown chard here from the youth garden. So I haven't been able to come a month. So there we go. I don't put citrus in because if you see, they tend to get moldy before they fully decompose, and sometimes when you open the bin, the spores fly into your face. So I put sometimes in a different compost bin, not in the worm bin. They are compostable, but better not to do it in an environment that is going to be, you know, close, or that your face is going to be too close to it. I'll show you how to do it in the other compost bin that we have. And we can throw in some boxes. I always try to rescue the cardboard that we get from packaging because, again, I love my worms, I love my bugs, so all these channels, when they get wet, when the bin gets too wet or too hot, so they can go in there and you find them hanging out. Same thing, it's better if you can wet the cardboard a little bit before you put it. But I would say if you're throwing in, you know, the waste from a watermelon, you probably are going to have some more moisture, that it would always be good to have, you know, a carbonaceous, a little bit more sturdy layering. And you know, I get some of this cardboard and I kind of make it a bunch again, just to give pockets to the worms to come and hide. So to throw on top our worms, or if you just move to one side the compost and are starting just to feed on one side, just do that. Just throw in this pumpkin that somebody gave me, that it's starting to get soft. I'm just gonna open a bigger hole so that they are welcome inside, even if I don't chop it. But otherwise, see, it's getting so soft, it's not too bad. But I kind of like to leave it like there so they have their little hotel. So there you go. And then I just keep on adding more paper. Let's wet it a little bit. Oh, there's a little guy on my arm. And let's spread the paper around. I have asked some friends to send us pictures of the systems of composting they have, that we will be sharing with you too. Because there are so many units, but very clever, for different sizes, for different homes, different locations. This one is for an outdoor setting, but I will show you some that you can have in a garage, or even in your kitchen, or in a corner somewhere in the house. So we'll show you that. And then I always finish with a layer of newspaper on top, just to keep the flies from flying in my face. So this can go there. I'm going to cover more the pumpkin. More strips. Just to make sure that if the worms come this way, they're nice and protected. And for a little extra insulation, I put a cover on top. Newspaper, old carpet, just put it right on top. That way, for some reason, if your bin ever stays open for whatever reason, your worms won't dehydrate and die, or rodents and other critters can come in. So this one is a sturdy compost bin made out of wood. This one can be made with recycled fence wood. This is a teaching environment, so I was just trying to have one that would last for a long time, but I have at home one that is made with recycled wood fence. So now we're gonna go to see the other systems we have in the farm.